Number 8, focusing, tip number 8. And that's back to like the Marie Kondo idea of, I don't know if I'm saying that right, the life-changing magic of tidying up. So again, it's this idea of the pain of letting go. So you have to embrace the pain of letting go. Now start with something easy, lean into it. Just start getting rid of stuff. There's another principle that I got from, I think, another TED Talk, and the idea is that you have a limited capacity. You only have, it actually wasn't a TED Talk, it was an interview, that you only have a capacity for so much clutter. So if you find that you're constantly beating your head against the wall because you can't put everything away, you got to get rid of some stuff, and you got to simplify your systems. So start getting rid of stuff. So number 8 is start getting rid of stuff. Start with the easy stuff. And that's the life-changing magic of tidying up, and also getting to a point of where you get rid of enough stuff that you feel like it's manageable. I love going backpacking and camping because it's a very minimum amount of stuff, and it's very manageable, and it opens up a whole other part of your mind. And then back to this idea of reducing screen time and slowing down. In the Chris Bailey TED Talk, he talks about how, our brain rewards us for being scatterbrained, for like that constant novelty and newness, because in our previous incarnation, before we had society and civilization and technology, novelty was an important thing to pay attention to, and movement was an important thing to pay attention to. But now novelty and movement are everywhere, and so you get a dopamine hit when you pay attention to it, but then it doesn't actually help you anymore. So you got to learn. In our house, we have a rule: you can't use the word bored. And the reason that we say that, and I say that for our child and for myself, is because, when you say you're bored, what you're doing is you're training yourself to be addicted to novelty in our modern society. So instead, practice boredom. So practice, if you, and you gotta feel the discomfort of it. So it feels, that's why people give up meditation. Because I can't do it. It's not you can't do it, you don't want to. You don't want to experience the pain of nothing. And that's another, back to the death idea. The death meditations are so good because if you sit there and you truly contemplate death. Now, I'm not talking about like reincarnation and going off to heaven. That's not death. Death is like annihilation. The Buddhist sense of the death, like I'm going away, I'm not coming back. That type of death and that type of nothingness, when you sit with it, opens up capacities and powers and superpowers and wisdom inside of you. And in a sense, when you're stopping the flow, what you experience is this little death. It's like, you almost got to feel, I feel like I'm going to die here. I need to pick up the phone or whatever, So I like, this is an empowering vision for me. I don't know if it'll be empowering for you. Like I really liked the Batman Begins movie. The Dark Knight. Like, what is the archetype of the Dark Knight? The Dark Knight is someone who has mastered the darkness. And to me, what that means is that you master the death cycle so that you don't fear the emptiness. You don't fear the nothingness. You don't fear the annihilation. And you can go into that, and then you shine light into the darkness. And you shine that light, and you open up these worlds of freedom and enlightenment and power and fulfillment and peace and harmony and love and joy by not resisting death. And death. So, and I think it's really powerful if you can just, see that facing nothingness is a courageous act. So that's a thing. Like, we don't honor the courage that it takes
to face nothingness. There's so much stuff in the young men's and young warrior and even young women in this kind of like this warrior tradition that's starting to, this warrior archetype's really building right now culturally. Well, instead of building muscles and that physical exertion, you really want to be a warrior, face emptiness. Just start facing more emptiness. Boy, it's hard. I mean, I haven't been very good at it lately. But after giving this talk, I'm gonna get better at it.